Don't just go in and catch your horse. Turn it into a game of tag your ed. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to follow Aiden at his hip with the intention of making him feel a little bit like he wants to turn around and ask me why I'm following him. As quickly as he shows me 2 eyes, I take all the pressure off and act as if I hadn't been following him at all. By backing up, it's like I attached an anchor string from my belly button to his nose. This is called a draw. In other circumstances, a draw can be created with your hip as well, asking a horse to come with you in a half-pass movement. I always change horses out of a flat halter into a rope halter for these sessions. Rope halters offer better communication with less opportunity for them to lean on you. Time to put on my trusty bareback pad.
Everything's getting your eye today, huh? Is that going to be a bad thing for me? Hope not. So let's try this while we're still not in a dangerous position. Check in with me. I don't like how distracted he's getting, only because he steps back out of it. Not sure where his head is when he comes back to me. There you go. So, hurry up and give me your head. That's what we're going to do here until we start moving and going. Stop.
What I did right there is equivalent to tapping my brakes to make sure that they work. Bringing Aiden around to my left toe is to help him remember that I have the ability to stop him if he were to decide to have a problem.
Without you moving your feet.
Even though I do the emergency stop only to the left, I teach them about yielding to my toe on both sides. The reason I only teach the actual emergency stop to the left, where I would potentially dismount, is because I don't want to worry about which side I have the horse bent to in the state of emergency. We all mount and dismount generally from the left, and if you're in an emergency, you're going to automatically go to swing off on the left. If the horse is bent around to the right, there's a chance you'll run the horse right over on top of you.
That's my first cue. And then I'll kiss.
The single kiss is my walk cue.
So that already progress. See if he keeps going until I ask him to stop. I am going to teach him a one-ring stop, so that way I have that for my own safety. So it's not going to look very friendly, but I'm going to ask him to stop now.
Often on these first rides, I just practice my emergency stop. Sometimes it's just to make sure that I have my brakes, and other times it's to make sure the horse understands that I have that kind of control of their feet.
Like you have no options kind of thing. So I got my forward to, it's okay to ask for the stop. I'm going to go ahead and ask for another one. I want the stick to be very, very, very last resort.
always make sure I show a horse their environment out of both eyes. I always do that before I offer the horse to learn something new. Gauging which side of the horse is more sensitive will determine for me which side of the horse to ask for the new thing on. If a horse is feeling exceptionally high on his toes and I'm about to ask for something faster, I would try to find which direction the horse is less reactive and ask in that direction. If I'm asking for something very intricate and requiring a lot more attention, I might choose the side of the horse that's extra sensitive. If the horse is an exceptionally dull horse with not a lot of go, by doing that test, I'm determining which side of the horse I would be more likely to get the next gear in. So in that case, I would choose the more reactive side.
Might bend them back in front of the barn. So he's bored already. We might be exercising that emergency stop, but I'm going to go ahead and ask him to trot.
Two kisses rhythmically is my trot cue. My hands are up and designed to be out of his way.
Not happy about it. I'm okay with them asking questions. Wanted. Okay with that. Comfortable, by the way. Gonna get mad at me in a second.
Now my goal is to get him to consistently trot until I ask him to walk. As I'm teaching him, I'm trying to build the full circle by asking for the trot in different spots.
You're fine. You are. Good boy. Good boy. I don't want to use the stick, bub. Don't sit up, okay? I don't want to use the stick. How about we just not do that? Huh? Since he's thought about bucking there, I'm going to go ahead and wait till I'm not on the downhill. I don't want to do that. We have to just listen to the first thing then. I know, I'm getting mad too because you're not listening. There you go. Good job, all by yourself, good boy.
Multiple times as he comes into the screen at the top right corner, he starts to consider wanting to kick out or buck. A pattern is being formed. In this case, to try to interrupt the pattern, I would try to ask him for the trot in the space that he would normally want to stop and threaten to buck.
There you go, there you go. Come on, you're practice that. I know, right behind you. Good job, good job. Oh, what is
When a horse has more whoa than go, you can run into some problems where they want to suck up and threaten to buck. These kinds of horses have a tendency to want to fight where they lack the interest in going forward.
all kinds of naughty thoughts right now, and I don't need to encourage that. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for the trot again. fun one day. I won't do anything to you if you go. Watch. Watch. Do it. I'll show you. I gotta do that because you're not listening. See? Okay, come on, keep going. Come on, you're all talk. There you go.
Because he's acting so naughty. I'm really just looking for a spot where he is politely responsive and maintaining the trot until I'm able to ask him for the walk. Then I'm going to quit. Here I'm bumping him with my left leg. I'm not kicking him. I'm just asking him to move away from that rhythmic pressure.
I'd be mad at me too, but you make me do that, I don't have to tell you. You don't have your nose.
I'm trying to give him the most freedom I can with my reins. As you might have seen, I have spent a lot of time with my left rein up in the air in a bit of a wrestling match, while he continues to work out his naughty thoughts.
Hit me or someone turn the heat up. Come on, dude. Settle into a nice walk for me. You're fine. Good job. You're good, man. This is good stuff. I didn't think so. Yep, you're doing good. Good. Oh, following lake cues already on the puppy. Good job. Oh, yeah, I was able to just steer you. Did you know that? Okay, ready? Good job. Settle in. Settle in. Oh, what a good man. Good man. Here. I'll nag you when you don't do it. Push yours while you do it.
Although I don't care about their steering at this point in their training, it is important that I use as much of the arena as possible, so I do tend to have to try to pull him out of the center. Otherwise, I'm not actually attempting to steer him.
Good. Oh, boy. I know, you're so mad at me. There we go. Good man. Yeah. All right, let's fight about getting mad again. No? followed by the lightening the load. I don't need to find out that he's that way the hard way. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for it and reward him by stopping. Good job. And walk before you get stupid.
Darn it, I couldn't end on a naughty note.
I wanted to end without that head toss, but I can't. I gotta do it again. I gotta end before that, because otherwise I'm rewarding him.
If I had ended on his little animation, he would have perceived animation as the right answer and I would deal with more and more naughty things. I couldn't end on the naughtiness.
Wait, don't do it, don't do it, stupid. Good job. And ho.
When a horse really struggles to cooperate, I make a big display of jumping off of them when they finally do what I've asked them to do.
Sweaty. Huh? Does that work for you too? No. AIDEN.
I always say if a horse still wants to be with you at the end of your session, that's your feedback.